This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Texas Longhorns and the Tennessee Volunteers. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Tennessee started out strong but limped to the finish line in the SEC last year, going just 4-4. There is work to be done. They did not get extra eligibility for their quarterback, but known as the quarterback whisperer, Josh Heupel looks to rebuild at Tennessee. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. And the Vols ready to kick it away first. And he's going to bring this one out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Spins away from the defender. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. There he goes down the right side. 10. Touchdown, Texas. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. That one's going to get a little star marked beside it on the play sheet. One play, explosive, touchdown, just like that. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. He'll try the left side. Forges ahead. Picks up about 3 to the 29. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good match.
Might have a chance. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And I know when we talk Josh Heupel offenses at Tennessee, we always talk about tempo and going fast and deep shots down the field. But, David, one thing we also know is that he is committed to running the football. And Bishop, after a phenomenal year, a year ago, running for over 1,000 yards, you know they're going to be balanced, and you know they're going to feature him.
They're going to feature him, they're going to run him a lot, and they're going to run him at a fast pace, right? That's what they've done.
Nowhere to go, and the ball's loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. Turnover. The coach still thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. A give to Brown. Gain of 8 yards on the play. He's too short of the first down.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
On the run, it Smothers. Tackled there by the defense.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down. And this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Neyland Stadium alive, a cauldron of orange noise on third down. Now on the move. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you play a lot more hesitant. And you can see right there, man, the guy's got speed. Interested to see how this defense continues to attack this QB.
They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. To throw, Manning. Finds his big tight end. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots in the zones. You got to get him involved.
The Longhorns are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Timeout is called. It's the second charge to Tennessee. They burned a couple early, now down to just one timeout to work with. 3rd and 4. Back to pass, it's Manning. Sets up the screen. Touchdown Longhorns! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. A collision, and he's stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, what you know about Josh Heupel in this offense is they're explosive, and they always seem to have a dude outside at wide receiver. They normally have multiple guys like that. You obviously lose Chris Brazzell, a big-time playmaker for the Vols, and they're going to have to replace that, David, but they've done such a good job recruiting and developing. There's no question in my mind they're going to find guys that can go on the outside and hurt them.
They find those guys with speed, right? And they create so much space in this offense. Now, make no mistake about it. This is a run-first offense. And I love the way they do it, but developing that chemistry out wide, finding their new guys. They found them a year ago quickly.
Got a little grass. Smashes him with the stiff arm. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
The Vols come to the line in the hurry-up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. He's knocked down, short gain, maybe a pickup of 3. That defense rallied to the ball in a hurry.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Makes it past the marker. He'll come through on 3rd downs. He's got enough, and they'll mark it at the 23.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got some work to do on 2nd down after that last one. They need 13. They'll go right back to him. Stop is made, but he picks up 4 yards down to the 21-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And he makes the grab in the back of the end zone, but the officials are all over it, signaling incomplete. He was out of bounds. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. It is good. Now the lead is down to 11.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Very rarely do you have a play on defense where you've got 30 yards head of steam built up to come make a collision. On kickoff and kickoff return you do, and a lot of times you see big sticks and fumbles happen as a result.
And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. They'll try the counter. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. Using his legs, it's Bishop. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. He wants to change this route. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he's in! Touchdown, Volunteers!
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle and he would have hit that thing. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over and they'll send out the offense. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
This is a guy that gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. After that last run, he's already now got 100 yards rushing.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver comes in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Makes the grab. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return, but he'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
There were a lot of people really excited about what this guy could do. Some were saying he could be an All-American, and he's proving them right. That's already his 2nd interception early in this college football season. Offenses are going to figure it out. They're going to stop throwing this guy's way. You just get in trouble when you try.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Quarterback may change this route. Now the play fake. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and threw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. They get to him as he throws. A strike downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight it, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country. I don't know if the quarterback read the coverage properly on that one, but obviously the result is an incompletion.
It'll be 3rd and long. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. He's knocked down immediately, trying to catch them napping on the run and nothing doing.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground. That is a baller.
They're throwing for it on 4th down. Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long. We're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. This is a big moment for this offense. You keep the ball this long, you have to finish the deal. 3rd and goal. Quarterback making adjustments. And send the tight end in motion. Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. This defense rises to the occasion, and now deep in this game, will they send out the field goal unit or go for it on 4th and short? And for the 2nd time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. It's now a 1-point game, 14-13.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. This defensive front just ran free in the backfield. He'll lose 3.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Looking left. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Man, the defense is making it tough on this quarterback early. They already have an interception. They almost came away with another one there. They're doing a great job reading his eyes and breaking on the ball.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Now here's Manning. Oh, they're after him. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And now everybody chiming in to figure out how to play this 4th down. No opportunity to run it back as the ball goes out of bounds. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. The run inside. It's Bishop. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain. The hurry up now. 2nd down. Clock ticking.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Now he'll turn one loose back to the middle. Snags it inside the 20. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And that big gainer on the last one has him ready to go from inside the 10. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be second and goal.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The Longhorns stop the clock for the final time, calling their third timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Let's see what the offense dials up on third and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, Tennessee! The short hand's in the end zone, and he has 6.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Arch Madness. Working that left side now. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll give it to Brown. He'll push his way forward for a few, and the clock will continue to run. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, so much to get you updated on, so let's get right to it here from the EA Sports College Football Update Desk. We start with the Wyoming Cowboys, taking on the number 13 team, the Utah Utes. And it's Wyoming with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive.
They finally break into the win column after starting the year 0-3. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Nice move to keep running. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Eight-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. They'll move the tight end. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They feed him again. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it through the air. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Man, what great discipline by this defense. They didn't sit on routes short. They take a shot down the field on 3rd and short. Questionable shot, probably. Nice job being disciplined and getting the interception.
Yeah, just because you have the shot play called on 3rd down like that as a quarterback, that
breaks into the open. Past the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Texas. What a game he's had. 3rd touchdown of this one and 5 on the season. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Missed receiver there. It's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in the season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a spark for this offense.
Working well behind his sticks on 2nd down. The offense changing the play. Trying play action. Here's the pressure. Brings it down on the right side. And he was off to the races. Finally tipped up at the 36. No Tennessee quarterback will ever be revered like Peyton Manning, but many more throws like that, and they're going to say, this guy's getting into the realm at least.
Yeah, you get in the realm, you're good. You get in the realm, you start talking about Hall of Fame. That's some kind of tradition you've had with a guy like Peyton Manning. His fingerprints are still on this program, and if you are mentioned with him, that's a good day at the office.
They are really clicking along. 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll run it. It's Bishop. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
To the air on 2nd down. Lets it fly. Touchdown ball! They take the lead with the 6.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing in the hands because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Got enough for the first. At the 45 on his way. There he goes. Touchdown, Longhorn. He got a step and just dusted the field.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience, and with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Here's Arch to throw. And he makes the catch. It's a deuce. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So here is the Tennessee offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Breaks the tackle. Runs through a man. He might have some space. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, you've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll run play action. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
And that's not a surprise. When a QB lines up and sees man-to-man coverage on his guy that runs so fast on the GPS that it's speeding in a school zone, like this dude can absolutely roll. He sees man coverage, tries to take advantage of it. They don't execute on that play. But if you want to play that defense, I think you'll get that pattern a lot from that guy.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Looking to the big tight end. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He's looking to throw. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. After that last explosive running play, David, why not just try it again, right?
I mean, why not? Such a big, long, explosive run. You think, Jesse, maybe give it to him again? Or do you say, hey, QB, throw that thing out there?
I think you keep it on the ground, David. Honestly, I was watching the offensive line. They were fired up after that long touchdown run. You know they just want to go back out there again and get some push.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
They've got the screen set up. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Shakes off the defender. There's some room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the second half. We've got the lead, third quarter. We want to run the ball. We've got to have more success getting our blocks and moving forward if we're going to win this game.
This time stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They're probably saying, finally, what a night he's had.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? Now, that's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that.
Makes a grab and room to run. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Texas! The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. The officials blow the whistle to stop play. There is a Longhorn shaken up. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
Backed up now. Here's second and long. Motion from the wide receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Man, that is such great third down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing...
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on fourth and long. Quarterback making checks. On fourth down, looking for the completion. After the completion, we see there is a... down, and the clock will stop to check on him. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Handoff for Brown. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out. If they're going to cut into this deficit, let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. So the final period starts with a second down play. Defense in press coverage. One more time, it's Brown. Not much room to run. Let's give him one to the 33.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Manning trying to quiet this crowd. Gonna take a shot. He's got it way down the field. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football even if they don't get big gains. It's those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Brown again. Touchdown Longhorns! And they take it in for 6 more points. He scores for the 5th time in this game.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And that extra point is a big one as they now have a 3-possession, 17-point lead in the 4th. He'll bring it out. It's Staley. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Tennessee starts this drive as the offense takes the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay. Picked off, a turnover in their own end.